The little girl, Amiah, I was telling you guys about, this is the news recording of her mother right after she went missing.
She's a little chubby one. She's got dark black hair. She's got hazel eyes. She has a birthmark on her left shoulder up by her neck area. And her hair is kind of a little long, but not too much. And she's small.
What's your message to the public out there?
That my daughter gets home safely, and that she's alive and she's okay. And that she's not being starved or beat.
Yeah, what's going through your mind this morning? I mean, it's been since, a few days since you've seen her.
I'm worried. I'm shook up. I'm nervous. I'm scared to begin to know.
Amiah was last seen on the 9th of March, but wasn't reported missing until the 16th of March.
What's wrong with her, or if anything is wrong with her. I'm just hoping that I get news that she's been found, or someone hopefully comes across that, maybe if they have her and they're not recognizing that she's been reported missing, and can get her home to me. Or can contact someone that can get to her.
This is another news recording of right after Amiah went missing.
Matthew McClellan. We begin with breaking news tonight. Police announcing the search for a missing 8-month-old, now classified as a homicide investigation. Our Paris Lubell joins us live from IMPD Southwest District, where police are wrapping up this update. Paris, what can you tell us about baby Amiah?
Matthew, good evening. Matthew, good evening. Police are continuing their investigation. They say it's very much an active investigation at this point, but we are learning some new information about the case. Here again is a picture right now of 8-month-old Amiah Robertson. She has been missing now, we learned for the first time, for 2 weeks. She was last seen on March 9th around 1:15 p.m. Now, police are asking anyone with information, and that was on the city's southwest side specifically on March 9th, to call police with tips.
Okay. As I said, it was from the 9th to the 16th to where she was missing. I understand that it's a baby, and obviously a baby can't take care of themselves, but it doesn't make much sense to me that 2 weeks, only 2 weeks after she was missing, it was a homicide case. There were no evidence found with blood. There was nothing for them to take it straight into a homicide. So that's why it was so confusing. Like, none of this made sense. And as I said, me and my cousins, all of us had gotten people together for a search party, and we drove all the way to Indianapolis from our home, which I'd rather not say where I live, not saying anything against anybody on here because I love my subs, but there's just a person that I really don't want to know where I'm from because it's none of her dang business. But anyway, I'll finish this out.
They're looking specifically for a maroon Isuzu rodeo that's in poor condition, or they saw a man named Robert Lyons. Now, they're not specifically looking for that person right now.
Okay, Robert Lyons is the boy who was dating Amiah's mother, Amber. And it was odd because they were looking into him because right after she went missing, he had said that he took her to his aunt's. And I guess whenever they went to this location, they hadn't had the baby. They had no idea what was being said. And to this day, it's 3 years later, Robbie's been arrested, but not for her case. He got arrested for other charges that he had already been in trouble for before Amiah. He actually got arrested within a few weeks of her disappearance, like I said, because of other charges.
But they are saying if anybody saw her in that time on March 9th, again, a Saturday, March 9th, between 1:30 and 8:30 p.m., to make sure.
And he was the boyfriend, not the father.
Call police at 262-TIPS. Now, police, again, classifying this now as a homicide investigation. Here's what they had to say.
I think that we all hope for the best, always. But I think that we can't ignore the reality of the situation. Amiah cannot take care of herself. And absent somebody else who is currently taking care of her that hasn't come forward.
My thing was how do they know she hadn't been abducted? You know, I mean, they never even really threw that out. Shortly after she went missing, they actually went to who Amber, the mother, calls the babysitter. It was a place that her and Robbie had stayed at a few times. But within like a few days of her missing, they were out there digging up her backyard. And she was actually arrested on drug charges that day. They live in a very, very bad part of town in Indianapolis. It really is like the worst of the worst. And I mean, I'm not like saying anything about them because they live there. I'm just saying that, you know, this is where this baby was being taken. And even where they were staying to where they could stay together, Amber and Robbie. So it just, a lot of stuff doesn't make sense.
You know, we are very concerned about what happened to her. So, you know, we don't want to give up on hope, but we can't ignore the reality.
Again, please call asking anybody with information to call Crime Stoppers at 317-262-TIPS. We have more information right now inside the RTV6 app and online at theindychannel.com. Call us on the southwest side, Paris LaBelle, RTV6.
Paris, thanks so much. I want to give us a timeline police are using as they continue their investigation into the disappearance of baby Amiah. She was last seen alive and well March 9th. She was first reported missing on March 16th. A silver alert ran her going out on the 19th. A few days later, a search warrant was also obtained to search.
I was at the search on the riverbank. I searched all of that area. Like I said, I mean, we searched so many times. Me and my cousin, like I said, it's a bad part of town. We walked down the railroad tracks with flashlight. We did have tasers, but we walked down these railroad tracks because maybe, I want to say 30 feet from, okay, it was babysitter's house. Then she had a fence around her house, but 30 feet from that fence was a little tiny trail, maybe 4 foot long, that went straight to the railroad tracks. From the railroad tracks, if you go from the babysitter's house all the way to the riverbank, where Maya's car seat and some clothes and some other things were found, the river right there is right off the railroad tracks, which is right off from the babysitter's house. That's why we searched all that area in hopes of maybe finding her, bringing her home. Obviously, she probably wouldn't have been alive if we found her there, but at least she would have been found.
Her home in the 200 block of South Holmes Avenue. On March 20th, investigators received tips about items on the White Riverbank. The search for baby Amiah again is ongoing. Police are asking for tips in the case. We have much more online at theindychannel.com. And moving.
But as I was saying, a lot of it didn't make sense. I'm going to get, because I have stuff written down about this case, I am going to go into depth with you guys. I'm going to go from the beginning to now, because in March, she was missing 3 years. Her birthday, I believe, is in June or July, and she will be 5? Yes, because she was missing 3 years. She would have been 1 when she'd been 4. Sorry, 4 years old. But it's just a sad situation. And I know that a lot of you guys put your thinking caps on. And sometimes, you know how it is when someone new looks at the case and they look at all the things. Y'all might see something that we all missed. Even the police, you never know.